Hello, this is a little video to help you out with the magazine analysis. As a class, we'll be writing an analysis on Food and Wine magazine. And so I have it open right now. We'll be looking at the website because due to circumstances, it's just easier to do an online magazine. So maybe you know something about food and wine, maybe you don't, and that's all right. This is how we learn. We look at it, and the goal of the analysis is to tell readers why this magazine exists. What does it value? What does it think its readers value? So, those are some of the questions to look at. So, we can see just food and wine. Think about what this title might mean to you. Is it about food? Obviously. Well, what kind of food? Are we talking about food that you'd order at a restaurant, food that you would make, just American food, comfort food, Southern food? What kind of food? And then wine. That kind of gives it a elevated status because we think of wine as something fancy. So maybe you would look at that, maybe not. Um, does this evoke some sort of elegant, high end dining experience? I don't know. So these are things for you to explore and try to explain. If we look at just the website, we can see it's set up with recipes and cooking, drinking, or drinks, travel, holiday events, news, F&W classic, and video. So this shows that we have a kind of variety of different topics, but they are all food related. If we click on recipes and cooking, you can see specific foods. These are all things that help us be better cooks. If you were to scroll to drinks, you'd see wine is just one of the drinks. So even though it's food and wine, maybe why not food and drink? Yeah, I don't know. But food and wine. So wine is an important part, but still, there's a lot more to wine than just um, sorry, not wine, but a lot more to drinks than just wine. So there's coffee, beers, teas, cocktails, juices, and champagne. Travel is interesting. We have wine regions, so maybe that's something important. And then restaurants. And this is kind of what we might think about when we think about food and wine. And that's only just a portion that's traveling to it. We have holidays and events. We can see the variety of holidays and events, but they're mainly just Judeo Christian holidays. They're not bringing in other types of holidays. No Muslim holidays, no Hindu holidays or anything like that, and primarily American holidays: Valentine's Day, Super Bowl, Thanksgiving, um, Hanukkah, Easter, New Year's Eve, Halloween. These are more major events that circle around food. So that might be something for you to consider. We go to the news. What's the news related to? Well, it is all related to food and wine. And we can see over here we have an advertisement for wine racks, up here an advertisement for wine. And that tells us a lot that this is, pretty focused on food. Um, there are a few other advertisements that we'll get, but everything here we can see is food or drink or eating related. There's now this is different. We see F&W Pro. The other ones we saw F&W Classic. So kitchen and home, what's this? This is um, gadgets and equipment. So it has some reviews for that. We'll go back to food and wine. So food and wine classic, we'll see that um, this is not classic episodes or issues, but wow, this is more like an event. So you can look at that as well. So we need to kind of figure out, based on the organization and the images and the articles we see, what this magazine values. Does it just value eggs because it has egg recipes? We can look over here, different types of food. Pay attention for references to time and money. That'll help you out. These numbers, 40, 35. What do these sort of things tell you? We can see a wide variety of foods. We have tacos, prawns, cinnamon rolls, chimichurri, pina coladas, fried chicken. I don't know what this is. Soto ayam, pesto lasagna, and mom's classic chocolate cake. So a wide variety of things. That tells us something as well. It's not regional. It's not set in a very specific thing or type of food. Now we can scroll and we get these same headlines as before. It's all in there now. What happens? Keep scrolling. Then we can scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the magazines and more. Here we have Martha Stewart. Subscribe, books from Food and Wine, contact us, Media Kit. And it's by Meredith, which is a publisher. You can look this up. I'll go to a new tab, but I have to scroll all the way down again. It doesn't. So other Meredith sites. Oh, that's why. So you can see all these other different magazines that are published. So Parents Magazine, Real Simple, Shape, Southern Living, Travel and Leisure, Daily Paws, which I'm assuming is a dog thing or pet thing, Eating Well, Eat This, Not That, Entertainment Weekly. So we can kind of get a better understanding, Martha Stewart, Midwest Living. So a lot of things that this is a lifestyle magazine, and maybe some of the things we would see featured in one of these magazines, we'd also see featured in Food and Wine, and that'd be something for you to explore. I also recommend you looking at the Media Kit. The Media Kit is what they give to advertisers, so they know who is reading the magazine and what kind of products will appeal to those people. So we'll have some basic information, 7.3 million readers, 6.6 Twitter followers, 27 million page views. And you can see some information here, but Media Kit, click on this again. This will tell you what they know about the reader. So they'll have a mission statement, which is always good to try to find. Sometimes it's in a magazine, but sometimes it's in the Media Kit. So you would read this and say, okay, well, is this evident in the magazine as you read it? We'll also get some more stuff about the audience, right? 10 million digital, I don't know what that means, subscribers maybe, 13 million social media followers. Average age is 47. Average household income, 120,000. And then female to or male to female ratio. So it's read by 2/3 women and roughly 1/3 men. IPSOS, I don't know what that means. Maybe the internet. I have no idea. I'm going to assume. Yeah, I don't really know what these two things mean, but you'd have to try to figure that out. So average age 48, and then average household income. So it's interesting that this, which I don't know what it means, you might have to look that up, is who is reading physical magazines, and this would be who is, that could be subscriptions too, who subscribe to it. I don't really know what these two mean, but we'd have to figure that out because it's a big difference in ratio of male to female, and household income. And that might tell us something interesting. Foodandwine.com audience. Oh, this might mean Meredith. And this might be, I don't know what that means. So that might be the parent company of Meredith, whoever they would be. So we have to figure some things out. And then Food and Wine, 48. And this is more representative of this. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out, yeah, that's got to be Meredith, and this has got to be all of theirs or something. I don't know. Then it's going to give us Food and Wine's kind of schedule. So you would know what they're looking at, when they're publishing, but also kind of the main ideas so we can match the advertising to it. And then national rates, how much a full page ad, 165,000 per full page ad. And this is giving us size and all that stuff. So this is stuff for advertisers, of course. But and this is where we might find some information on what the MRI and IPSOS means. Somewhere in here, but we have more information about who does it, and it's all good to see. Let's see. So that's the Media Kit. It's always good to have that information available, just so you can double check what this means compared to what we're actually seeing. And here, let's see, Meredith Cell Sales Group. So I don't know if that means MRI or not. So you'd have to do some research to find out what the IPSOS and the MRI means, but you'd be able to do that. So that's a little bit about Food and Wine. Look at the pictures, look at how they are all set up. Is this magazine easy to read? All those things are going to matter. So that's just kind of a brief idea of how you can start analyzing an online magazine. If you have questions, please let me know and have a great day.